Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming. In this video we are unboxing Epic Encounter Shrine of the Kobold Queen from Steamforged Games. Thought we'd mix it up on the channel a bit with some other non-Games Workshop stuff. So this box has been out for a little while. I think it actually came out in October, September, October, I can't remember the exact date. But I finally got my hands on it, including the dragon from this range and two of the other boxes from the Epic Encounters range, and I'm going to unbox them all because I really love the idea. If you haven't heard of Steamforged Games, let's start with that. They produce a lot of models, a lot of Kickstarter games for various different video game franchises, a lot of different models. They have their own games as well, like God Tier, the now defunct Guild Ball, and a few other games, bits and pieces here. And also they have a Kickstarter at the moment for Bard Song, I think it's called, which is like a dungeon crawler, randomly procedurally generated dungeon crawler. But they also launched a new line recently, Epic Encounters, and it is designed for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. It's a complete encounter in a box. So a lot of the times you will find you just get models or you'll get rules, like a campaign or an adventure. In this box, you get the models, the rules, the map, tokens, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I have looked in the box, in videos and on like press stuff, but not this actual box. I've only just taken the plastic off because I wanted to do a fresh unboxing. So as you can see, it's actually a really nice box, to be honest. Very nice. It's like, you can kind of hear it. Oh, it's very nice and feels very satiny. So I can barely get it on screen. It is, if I can see in the camera, and it's going to be knocking around a bit because I'm still setting up the new studio. We're at a new desk. Not that you'd probably notice the difference, but I am. So this is Shrine of the Kobold Queen. It comes with a ton of different miniatures, so 20 miniatures in total. And we'll have a look at them soon. So they're little tiny, itty bitty things because they are kobolds, but you get a whole bunch of different variations and an adventure. So the only thing you really need is, well, honestly, you don't even need dice. You don't even need character sheets. You probably do need the rulebook. Everything you can pretty much do online. I think you can get almost basic Dungeons and Dragons rules for free. There's dice rollers. You can use things like D&D Beyond or Roll20, things like that. So, but yeah, 20 miniatures, double-sided game map, which is the map that you can kind of see on the shot here. The adventure book, the stats, and then tips and tricks, and of course the models. So let's crack this little one open. I'm going to try and keep the camera shake down to a minimum. Hopefully it won't be too bad, so we can pull it off without shaking the camera too much. We'll be good. Here we go. Oh, I can already see some models and actually look really good. Not as detailed as you'll find with other ranges, particularly resin ranges and a few other ones, but there still is a lot of detail, and these are actually fairly cheap as well. So we have the whole book here. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm not going to go through the adventure. If you are interested in seeing this adventure being played, let me know. I'll try and put together a solo one because I don't have anyone to play with at the moment. Because, the world's crazy. But I might try and run through the actual adventure itself. Just as a solo. It'll be interesting. So we have that. We have the map. I'll try and get the map out. Oh god, if I can. Oh, and there's all the models. Oh, look at them. They're all so itty bitty and cute. Cute kobolds. So I'm not going to be able to get this whole map on the screen. That's just going to be too difficult. So it is a grid base, 1 inch by 1 inch grid, which is what Dungeons & Dragons run on. Doesn't have to run on that, can run on without anything at all, just theatre of the mind. But there seems to be a kobold camp with a dead dragon or something there, a whole bunch of bones. And then we have a cavern as well. So kind of cool, very interesting. I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, I can't quite zoom out any further at the moment. So you get a map. It's, it's high quality paper too. It's a bit shiny, so on camera you might get a bit of shine, but you can flatten it out, cover it in some kind of contact or something like that. So we'll put that aside. But what we're here for is the goddamn minis. So let's actually zoom in a bit now to actually see the minis. Ooh, I'm excited. I've been holding on to this for a long time. Well, I've been waiting for it for a long time. So you get 20 minis in total. But whole bunch of different kobolds, bunch of different, I guess, serpent riding or drake riding kobolds, Kobold Queen herself, sort of mage, and then another weird thing, I don't quite know what that is. So let's pop this out. Actually, I wanted to get just the top off. Ooh. It is very well packed. I gotta say, I do like the way that Steamforged Games do pack their stuff. And A little bit more glue down there. Right. Let's get this back in. Yeah, I really do like the packaging. Here we go. Oh, who should we get first? Let's just get one of the little kobolds. Little fighter kobold. Alright, move that out of the way and we'll get this into shot here. So, yeah, a lot of detail on there. This is some kind of plastic, sort of you can see it sort of flexes a bit, but that's alright. If you're not handling it a bit too much, you'll be fine. There is some mold lines on there, so you'll probably want to scrape them away. I don't kind of know what this is, so I've just got a mold line remover. Let's have a look. It's quite fiddly to get in there. You can scrape that away. I don't know if you can see it's in focus. I hope it's in focus. But you can scrape it away. It's not too bad. Yeah, they're kobolds. They're tiny, tiny little things. And they do come on a base. Very nice base with SFG branding. Nice, I like it. Yeah, it's some kind of plastic. I don't actually know what kind of plastic it is. But it seems to be all a single piece. No, it's two pieces glued together. So this is what happens with Steamforged games. They generally are already assembled. Not always, as we'll see with the dragon. Just to fit it in the box, it needed to be sub-assemblies. So you get 4 of these little fellas. Or ladies, who knows. Actually, it's 3 pieces. So you got the body, the shield, and the arm. So they're glued in, which is nice. That means you can just get it out and play straight away. So we'll put him aside. We'll bring the box back in. What else should we look at? Let's get a little rogue. So the little rogue here, it is difficult to see all the detail. This happens with colored resin, not resins, but colored plastics. It doesn't hold the edges as well in the light. So when you get other mold injected ones with different types of plastic, particularly not the bendable plastic, you do generally get to see the edges a bit better. But that'll be fine. Once it's sprayed up and painted, you can actually see the edges pretty nicely. Just trying to see if it stays in focus. So, yeah, nice little cape on there. Looks like a little dragon tooth or drake tooth on there as well. And, yeah, kind of cute. Little knees out with little tiny kneecap protection. So that's cute. So you get 2 of those. Let's get some archers. So again, these are very, very small. They're kobolds. They're meant to be tiny, like waist height type things. So this is an archer. You can make out the details on his hand. It is, I really don't know if you can see it, if it actually gets in focus, but it does have a lot of detail in there. It's nice. I mean, probably one of the things you want to do with these ones, paint it up in a very simple color, give it a wash. Probably even use a different brand's paint that is used for contrast. That will probably stick really, really well to these. And I'm hoping that you can actually see. So you've got the little arrows in there. Lots of little details. And like I said, it is hard to make it out exactly, simply because of the size of it. All right, so that was one of the archers. So you get 4 archers. We'll come back to that one. Can't tell from this angle what it is. This seems to be some kind of magic, or I don't really know what this is, to be honest. It's like a giant scythe type thing holding something in there. Like, oh, that's the meat. Okay, these must be feeders that feed the drakes. And they've got like a nice little mask on with like a chain around them. So it looks very cool. Very nice. Lots of little bits of metal. I can't make out what that is. I think that might be almost like a shell of the other guy, the big guy that I'll pull out in a second. Yeah, very nice. So you get 2 of those. Let's pull out this one. I don't know what this is. Oh, he's kind of like a berserker. Yeah, he's holding onto 2 knives that are chained to him. And he's roaring. Cute little fella. With like a big tail ring. Yeah, they'd be kind of cute. Very cartoony like. I do like the whole kobold aesthetic of weirdness. Alright, let's go one of the drakes. I'm assuming it's a drake. I don't really know. There is a bit of flashing on this one, particularly around the thin lines and the fire there, but that'll happen. So you got a Drake riding it with like a skull shield and a bow and arrow tied to the back with some kind of moon crescent thing. Hopefully you can see that okay. This is what happens, like I said, this is what happens with this type of plastic. It gets very reflective and it sort of, diffuses the light a bit. So it is hard to see exactly all those edges, but there's a lot of detail here on the scales. So throw some washes down on that and it's going to look really nice. And it looks like it's almost on fire too. I'd have to check some of the actual painting and art. Very cool. So you get 4 of those. They're actually really nice. We will check out this guy. I don't know who this is. Looks like some kind of magic or like a priest. Kobold priest. Very nice tattered robes. Looks like a staff with flames coming out of a little brazier. Like a nice little headdress with lots of metal on it. Some kind of bone. I think that'll be super cool to paint. Very, very cool. I mean, yeah, lots of detail for something so tiny. But they are very nice. All right, let's bring out this big boy. I don't know what this is called, but tons of detail. Throw some wash on that. It's going to come up nice. Yeah, has like 8 legs and a giant, giant face. And a whole bunch of giant paw holes. I don't know what they're going to call them. And like a chain around it. So there's a lot of detail on here that I think this will become up really nice. Almost like bone protrusions coming out. You could definitely paint that up in interesting ways. And a giant thing, I'm assuming that will just shoot fire out. I'm just making that assumption. Very nice. I'm saying very nice. I really do like these models. I do love Steamforged Games models. And here we have the Queen herself. On a giant rock with wings and some chain, assuming that's a chain link kind of cloak there with some more bits on it. Very cool, very nice. A double-sided glaive. It is tricky, so you got to be careful with the painting because if you do knock it, you could just do that and just wreck the paint job. And some nice claws. Yeah, I really like it. Lots of things to do. Lots and lots and lots. So there you go. That's what's in the box. Let's put these all back in here just so we can see it one last time. So you get 4 archers, and we'll put those back in. You get almost like a barbarian type little dude. You also get 4 spearmen or spear kobolds. Riders on some drakes. I'm assuming they're drakes. I'd have to double check the rules to make sure. A priestess or a priest and the queen herself. So there we go. There's the models. Let's have a quick flick through the book itself. Now that we've looked at the models, I should also let you know you can actually get this box from Element Games for 10% off. A little bit of a saving, a couple of pounds, couple of dollars. If you do go to the website, I'll check out the link in the description below and you get the discount and it also helps the channel out. I'm only going to flick through because if you may be playing this, who knows? But just so you get an idea, it sort of sets you up how you can use it in another adventure. Heaps of really cool art. I really do like Steamforged Games art. Basic idea of how to play. So there's like the main map, which is this one here. So it's all like their village. And then I think you go underground into the forge, into the cavern, and then then it talks about that. So it's pretty straightforward. You could definitely do this just out of the box. These is like a simple encounter that you would do in a night over a few hours. Then we get to the Lair of the Kobold Queen, and then just different, all the character stats for them. So I won't go through that because we'll see how that goes later on. And then there are some extra bits at the end. So the team there, and there is one more page. I thought there was one more. Must be right at the beginning. Must be something right at the beginning here. So must be the adventure overview and the hooks. So let's just do it here. Yeah, so how to hook into your current campaign and be more like that, and how to get involved. I think that's really cool. So that's it. Steamforged Games, epic encounters, Shrine of the Kobold Queen. Lots of models, lots of cool little funky models. I think it's I love this range. I think it's such a good idea. I'm excited for more. I do have more unboxings, so stay tuned for that. And you'll probably see on screen now that there are some more unboxings of this range. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you do like these videos, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notified of new videos. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.